What's up, amazing mamas? Welcome to the Amazing Mama, and here I'm your host, Marie Benson. Today we're going to talk about scarcity mindset and abundance mindset, as well as victim mentality and hero mentality. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this short, 10 minutes. All right, let's see if I can do it. It's always a challenge. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about, just really briefly, is what is the hero mentality? What is the victim mentality? And I want you to know the point of this episode is not a vocabulary lesson. The point of this episode is to give you something to check in with yourself. I want to share this with you because this was a game changer for me. I was like, oh my gosh. And it's all about having a dream. What's your dream? What's your idea of a success? And what's your idea of happiness? Okay? And then are your actions, is your mentality, is what you're thinking and saying to yourself and what you're doing every day, is that aligned with the kind of person who has your dream life? Who is happy? Okay, so let's go on, right? When we think of like a hero, characteristics, we're gonna just kind of dive into this. So characteristics of a hero: courageous, okay, selflessness, doing the right thing, doing the right thing, putting other needs before themselves, doing noble deeds, being inspiring, things like that, service, resilience, strength, superpowers sometimes, if you're looking at Hollywood, okay? Although I'm a huge advocate for this. Being a mom that's a superhero, okay? That's a real life superhero. And obviously we know there's others, but I mean, real life, that is superhuman strength. This is not normal strength. Okay. But anyways, iconic figures can also, we think of iconic figures like, it could be in Greek mythology, could be in real life, could be people like that, presidents, could be inventors, could be, amazing female trailblazers, amazing male trailblazers, like those heroes, right? And on the other side of that is victims. In Hollywood, we think of them as like vulnerable, like the damsel in distress. We think of them like, it's kind of like appealing, right? Like where it's like you're a victim and then your knight in shining armor comes and saves you, right? But I got news for you. Ladies, nobody is going to come get us. I mean, we're going to have support and all that stuff, but no one's going to be able to make the change, to have the success we want, to create our dream life like we are. It's not going to come close. No one is going to save us. You might win the lottery if you win it, but that is, if you play, you might win, but what are the odds, right? What are they? I don't know what they are. I'll look it up. Okay? But that's what I'm saying. Like that, are you really want to like leave your dream life in the hands of the lottery? No thanks. So I recommend, instead of wishing for it, you work for it. And I don't even mean like always hard. Like you're not going to hustle all the time. It's about working wisely. Some people say work smarter, not harder. I say just pray for wisdom, be wise, invoke wisdom, okay? There's just one saying that, I don't know who said it, but they say that knowledge is knowing the tomato is a fruit, and wisdom is knowing that tomato does not belong in a fruit salad. I don't know, I love it. I love that one. I love it. Okay, so other things about being a victim, right? And I can see, again, in the movies, I can see why it's appealing, but in the real life, it does not work out so well. Okay. Another thing is, heroes, they are solving problems. They're figuring it out. They're doing the work to get there, to win the day, to beat the bad guy. Okay. Victim, not so much, maybe, again, waiting for someone to help. Maybe like in some of the movies, like they obviously aid. But like in real life, victim mentality means like you're helpless. You want like symptom, and it invokes sympathy. And it invokes like sympathy from other people, and you want that kind of attention. Victim mentality also like trauma, and your life revolves around it. I'm not saying like trauma is not real. It certainly is, and it can take the shape of it can take many forms. It's in many forms, not just like physical abuse. Obviously it's emotional. I don't have to tell you. I'm sure everybody knows that there's a lot of forms. Okay, but yeah, they're constantly needing help, things like that. They're problems for solution kind of people. And so you have to ask yourself, where are you? Who do you want to be? Okay. And let's really step into this. Let's take this up a notch and let's talk about this abundance versus scarcity mindset. Because this is honestly the game changer. This was the game changer for me. It turned over a new leaf. I realized that I had these dreams and I was like doing like, I didn't have the actions, the daily habits, and the mentality that was aligned. It was aligned with my goals and my dreams. And it's not like I was like, hey, my goal is to grow wings and fly around the place and, literally be one of those fictional characters, like my goal is to like have a successful business. It would be like live in abundance, have enough money that I don't have to worry about money, so that my family can enjoy its family, and so I can really be a mom and I don't worry about finances, right? Okay, so I really want to lean into this abundance and scarcity mindset stuff. So the abundance mindset, these are characteristics. You're someone who shows gratitude, not just because it's good to say thank you, but that empowers you. Like the little things to be thankful for, that's a bigger, like you understand that that's a big deal and that there's empowerment there. All right? Abundance mindset also understands that you're not jealous because, and you don't have resentment towards others because you understand that there is enough to go around for everyone. Enough being whatever you think, money, freedom, happiness. There is enough to go around, and there is. You're optimistic. You have a belief in that abundance. You're generous. You give because, not just like because you feel like you have to, you're obligated to, but because you have something to give. Generosity doesn't have to be money. It can be knowledge. Okay? Kind of what I'm doing now. Maybe you do the same thing. All right? Embracing change. You're like, no big deal. These are all abundance mindset characteristics, taking calculated risks. Like you take risks. Like again, I've said this before. Like you are brave. Being a hero, living in abundance with an abundance mindset is being brave. And that means you do things in fear. You're not sure. You're unsure, uncertain, but you do it in fear. And it's not like you're just like blindly doing these things. You take some calculated risks. Like you, you think about it. People have had success. Like people have successful businesses all the time. It's been done. If they can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? You're solution oriented. Oh my God, I love abundant mindset. It's obvious. It's evident. My biggest thing is like I can check in with clients and just people I surround myself with, friends. I can check in with them. I know immediately if they're living in abundance or they're not. And it's not about money. It's not about money. This mindset is about how you look at the world. I've had coworkers like, you have problems for every solution instead of solution. Like people like, and this could be friends. Like you have a problem and you just want to complain about the problem. And there is definitely a space for complaining, everybody. Please don't get me wrong. I have to vent sometimes, for sure. And venting is one thing, but constantly like you're telling a story to just like, that's your highlight. I do not want to connect with people like I want to keep my space safe of people who, that drains my energy. Because the thing is, I want to see people happy. And if people are just constantly having problems for solutions, that's not going to work well. Okay? Because I know that's not a winning attitude. It's just not. It's not. I didn't write the rules. I don't know who did. It's just the way it is and it's real. Okay? All right. Other things like learning mindset. You're not scared of failure. You understand that, these successful people in life have been through, sometimes they've been through trauma, sometimes they haven't, or trauma looks different to them. Sometimes it's just like, it's all about figuring out, and it's all about trial and error. It's called trial and error for a reason, because we are the inventors of our happiness, of our life. We are personally of ourselves. You are in charge of you. Okay. I know that there can be obstacles, people who don't support you, or things that they're obstacles, literally. Okay. But that doesn't mean you give up. You have hope and you figure it out. Right? I mean, people talk about Thomas Edison and the light bulb all the time. Like they used to, at least. I don't know if they talk about it anymore in schools or what they do these days. And I was a teacher. I mean, that wasn't my area. But, how he found 1,000 wrong ways to do the light bulb. And he knew just, okay, this is 1,000 ways to not do it. And he was looking for the one right way. And look at that. He did. And you can do. Like, there's a way. You celebrate your success and you celebrate others. Like, you're generally happy. You're generally happy for them. You're not envious. You maybe just okay, yeah, I want that too. Somebody buys a new car, you're like, ooh, that's a nice car. I'd like that car too one day. And then you set goals to get to that car. That is different. That's not jealousy. That's not green with envy. That's like a motivator. That's different. But living in abundance means you're celebrating others' successes. And if you're not, you have to understand why. There's something there, something that's a block for you, okay? All right, you graciously accept setbacks. You're like, okay, no big deal. This doesn't work. Let's try something different. And you focus on growth. And characteristics on the other side of that, characteristics. Okay, so check in really quick. Is that you? Are you living in abundance? I hope so. Okay? And the other side of that is scarcity. Scarcity mindset, characteristics, and actions. You have a fear of scarcity, like there isn't enough, which is why you're jealous or you're envious, you are resentful, and you wish you had the thing that person had, and you wish they would just give it to you, and you think that they just got it for no reason and whatever, okay? But there is not enough love, time, skill, opportunity to go around. That's what you think. And it's just not true. You have a hoarding mentality. Like you just take you keep everything, you avoid giving freely because you think there's, again, not enough. You know, you hold on to things, and by holding on to things, too much things that don't serve you anymore, well, you limit yourself on receiving cool new things. Are you a competitive mindset? You don't stay in your lane, like you're always looking at what are other people doing because you want to use them as a benchmark to get ahead. Not because you want to get ahead, but because you don't want them to get ahead. Okay? Scarcity language. I can't afford it. As soon as I ask a mom a question well, can you get a maid? Can you get a? Sorry, they can call maids. Can you get a housekeeper? And all they say, we can't afford it. Can you stay home with your kids? We can't do that. We can't afford to do that. I know they're in scarcity mindset. It's not their fault. When we grow up with these things, right? We grow up with these things, and these beliefs used to work. Like we had to do them, but now they don't. We're living in a new age, ladies. Okay. But as soon as they say, I can't, I know I can't, and I won't. I won't help them. They can't be helped. You can't be helped if it's all about I can't. Yeah, maybe you can't right now, but you ask the question, how? And I always use this as an example. Let's say that it's either all or nothing, right? Why does it have to be all or nothing? If you asked for if you got a housekeeper to clean your house once a year, would you say no? No. Could you afford it one time a year? Could you save up money one time at the bare minimum? Could you sell some items that you are not using anymore to afford a housekeeper to come clean your house once a year? And wouldn't that be helpful? Wouldn't it be nice to not clean your house on or around your birthday? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay? Always seeking validation. Okay? And yeah, that was me. People pleasing. All right, lack of abundance. I talk about that. We break the cycle of people pleasing because that is nasty. That is not the same as being a good person, having calming decency. It's not the same as that. It is nasty and it is resistance and you don't want it. We talk about that in Academy, okay? But limiting beliefs, okay? You have fear of criticism and rejection because you have a fear of failure, a fear of rejection. I get it, okay? So these are things. Think about the actions, the language, the characteristics that are all associated with an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. And then you take a look at your life. You probably don't have all the things on the list you probably have some on both lists. On all lists. Are you the hero? Maybe sometimes you're the hero and sometimes you are acting like the victim. Maybe sometimes you do things that are you're living in scarcity sometimes and you're not are you the kind of person that buys the cheapest possible thing? Then it breaks down and then you are miserable. Whatever it is. Cheapest possible. I have no idea. Anything. Lawnmower. And then you're paying more because you're living in scarcity. And that's what I mean. That's what it is. That's what it does to you. You cannot have $1 million dream and expect it to come true with a minimum wage mindset. Minimum wage daily habits. So, ladies, I wanted to introduce these concepts to you if you haven't heard of it, and I wanted you to be able to go through these lists. Take action today. Take a look, because you can make a change. All right? In the words of Michael Jackson, make the change. All right? All right, I hope that was helpful today. I am excited for you to use this as a mind shift. I hope it works for you. It helps you like has helped me. And it doesn't mean you're perfect all the time. It doesn't mean like it happens overnight. This is like a process, right? You've done what you've done forever, since you were born probably, okay? And now you know. Now you have something to think about, and I hope you think about it because you deserve better. You deserve those goals that you want. You deserve to be happy. So it starts with the mind, okay? Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "Hey, the body follows where the mind leads." So, sorry, I probably messed that up, but he did say something like that. Anyways, signing off. See you next time. I hope this has helped you. I hope you pick abundance. Later.